Hello, everybody. Welcome to Crackers and Milk. This is your host, David. I'm here with Jacob and Mike. We are happy to be together once again.
Yes.
Because we haven't been together doing a podcast for a while.
How long has it been?
Oh, man. Like 2-3 months?
Man, that's a long time.
January.
Oh. January? Wasn't it February? Didn't we do stuff in February?
Maybe we did stuff in February.
Maybe at the beginning of February, and we haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Because I did 8 episodes by myself. I've done 8 by myself.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem.
Keeping it up.
I have to edit my other one. But anyways, my last one. So as you know, we are doing romantic comedies for season 3 of Crackers and Milk, which we are excited for. We were excited at the end of season 2 to do this. Mm-hmm. So we are happy to be here. Our first movie is You've Got Mail, starring Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks.
All right.
And Jake has our synopsis.
Struggling boutique bookseller Kathleen Kelly, played by Meg Ryan, hates Joe Fox, played by Tom Hanks, the owner of a corporate Fox Books chain store that just moved in across the street. When they meet online, however, they begin an intense and anonymous internet romance, oblivious of each other's true identity. Eventually, Joe learns that the enchanting woman he's involved with is actually his business rival. He must now struggle to reconcile his real-life dislike with her with the cyber love he comes to feel.
Oh, how
Such
sweet.
It's such a good one. And it definitely talks about, to me, it is close to our times with online dating. Somewhat.
1999? 1998.
98.
Yeah.
And did it all give you chills hearing the dial-up?
Oh, my goodness.
They didn't play it loud enough in the movie.
Uh-uh.
And they went too quick. I remember watching it in 1998 and going, mine takes way longer than that. Gee.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the whole You've Got Mail, I never, like in 1998, I don't remember that. But, like, the You've Got Mail is like, yeah, I get what, like, the whole thing behind it. Now, with this third season of what we've decided to do with romantic comedies, we've all pitched in movies for it. And one thing that we've all had to do is write a paragraph of why you chose this movie for the list. This is my choice of a movie. So I had to write a paragraph, and this is what I wrote down. When I watched this movie a while back, there wasn't anything wrong. I never thought anything was wrong with this movie. I really enjoyed it. But as I have watched it again with new eyes, one thing that threw me was them emailing back and forth while they're still dating others, in a relationship with others. That is something I don't love about the movie, but as a person who has done online dating, I can understand their anticipation and their excitement to see an email from somebody that you just barely met, that you don't know much about. I always thought you can get addicted to meeting somebody new and just get to talking to them, and then, oh, it's great, but there's nothing that you want to learn more about them. And so that's what I like. It talked to me on that one, and okay. I think that's the only thing that it really talks to me about. The Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks combination is a really good combination for a romantic comedy type of movie. So
yes.
They do a really good job. They're good together.
This is the third in their romantic comedy trilogy.
Yeah. You have Joe versus a Volcano. Mm-hmm. Then Sleepless in Seattle. Then You've Got Mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a great one. So, that was my paragraph of what I've thought.
So I remember you talking to me about this earlier, about you talked with your mom that it's kind of like cheating.
Yeah.
And I didn't think of that until I watched it, and I was like, oh, sure enough. There goes her boyfriend now, and she's like, looks out the peephole, looks out the window, make sure he's gone.
Exactly.
Okay, now I can. Yeah. Same for him.
Same
Wait for
thing,
Patricia.
yeah.
Is
Like,
Patricia gone?
And they stop, and they're like, okay, yep, okay.
So it's funny.
Yeah.
But, oh, man. Yeah, to me, when I was growing up, I saw it. I was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
They're falling in love. Yeah. Well, what are they doing right now? They're cheating on their partner.
Exactly.
And then the question was asked at that time with Meg Ryan saying, was it cheating or is it infidelity at the bookstore? Is it infidelity if you're talking to somebody online?
That's right.
And at that time, like, I don't even know what I was thinking, but I can understand they're thinking like, oh, it's not because nothing is happening and it's a new type of medium. Right?
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, that's cheating.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
You should not be talking to someone else.
Mm-mm.
Back then, right, that makes
not
sense.
like that.
Yeah,
Not like that.
Nothing like that, yeah.
Although a bouquet of pencils in the spring. Oh, how cute.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks was very charming in this
Very
movie.
charming.
I did like his, when they both broke up and they said, oh, let's meet. And then he's like, I have a project that needs fixing. And then he fixes the relationship with Meg Ryan, like runs into her as much as he can. And that was really cool because it's like they developed that friendship but it wasn't just a friendship. She didn't put him in a friend zone. He didn't put her in a friend zone. It was like, oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Right.
So, yeah, that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Do you know this is based on a play?
Really?
Yeah. Parfumerie or something by Mikolos Lazalo or something.
Is it a really good play?
No idea. But he actually received writing credit.
Oh, really?
In the credits.
Wow.
And then the play was later made into a film in 1940 called The Shop Around the Corner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want to watch
Oh,
that.
so this is based off an old
Yeah.
story.
So the letters were
Real
letters.
Oh.
Man.
That's cool.
I thought this was an original idea.
So did I.
Crap.
Sorry.
Not at all. Thanks.
Well-
Thanks, Jake. We're digging
Well,
deep.
I did some research, okay?
No, that's smart. I didn't know that. But, like, there's a theory in English. There's two theories. There's a theory that says not everything has been written. There's new things to be written. There's another theory that everything's been written, everything's been discovered, and you're just redoing it. And, like, I'm beginning, as I hear this, I'm beginning more and more to believe, yeah, there's probably not a lot of things in the dramas, the plays, and all that stuff that there isn't something that someone bases it off and that sort of thing where it's like, okay, this isn't an original idea, but the concept's cool. And
Yeah. I mean, it was still a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
I like the movie.
So I was looking into the chemistry of people, who I thought. So the chemistry of the two people, Joe and Kathleen. Yeah. What I wrote is who have never met in person and is wonderful. I love the email connection that they have. Yeah. With email or text, you can express yourself so much more. I've noticed that too. Yeah. I mean, when I text even now, you know, I'm like, oh, I can say this. If I'm standing in front of you, I love you. Pretty eyes.
Yeah.
You know, that's why the whole bouquet of pencils is so enchanting.
You have time to think.
Yeah, you have time to think.
Very much time to think.
Yep.
When, like, you're put on the spot, because all of us have probably either been put on the spot or we put somebody on the spot. Like when we're talking, you're just like, this, And you're just like, yep. And you're just like, well, this is what I really... Later, you just talk to him or you text him and be like, this is what I really meant to say, but I just couldn't think of it because, like, now I can think.
So, my thought on Frank, that's with...
Greg Kinnear.
Yeah, Greg Kinnear, right? Mm-hmm. and Meg Ryan together.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked their chemistry, but with Joe Fox and Patricia, it was weird. I'm like, how did Joe hook up with this? She was. I mean, I understand. Like, he's rich, and it's kind of like he hooks up with this crazy lady who's on meds to sleep, and she's excited to go to somebody's funeral because now a spot has opened up in some kind of publishing. Like, she's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how? But I'm like, oh, I could see Grace Kelly, or Meg and Greg Kinnear staying together. Oh, their relationship seems okay.
You could see like little things like when he bought a typewriter.
Oh yeah.
She's just like, oh wait, where did I hear this before?
Yeah.
Till throws it off. It's like, don't you have a third one?
Yeah.
She's like, but
right.
It's like, oh my goodness. And so like you could see the little cracks with him because even though that one makes more sense than Joe and Patricia. That one, I agree, doesn't make sense. It's like, how are you two still together?
Right.
You're so, like, she's red. Like, you could tell that she's a red personality, or that's the way Parker Posey played it, which is great, how she played it.
Yep.
And then Joe's just, cool, man. Yep. Cool.
Because he's Tom Hanks.
I know. And
everybody loves Tom Hanks.
And you have to root for Tom Hanks because you love Tom Hanks. But, yeah, like, if it was a little bit more, a little dialed back with her, but, you don't want to be a fan of Parker Posey's character at all.
No.
You never want to be. They don't want you to be a fan of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She played it pretty well.
Yeah.
I thought.
I wanted to talk about a little comedic part in it. So, it's not laugh out loud funny, but there is a funny part. I've always liked it is when, what's his name? Kevin, who's played by Dave Chappelle. When he's updating Joe on what has happened at this construction site, and he's like, and then we got a $50,000 fine for construction workers peeing off the top of the roof, and I'm just like, that is awesome.
And he goes, oh, that's great.
Oh, that's great. You're not even listening to me, man.
Yeah.
I wish he had more in that. I mean, he did have some more parts, but
but it wasn't funny. Like,
but it wasn't Dave Chappelle being Dave Chappelle.
I know.
Of what we know now.
Right.
Yeah.
Of how he is and what a great comedian he is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like there's a couple when they're jogging and they interview Kathleen Kennedy and like he's like, so I sell cheap books, sue me. He's like, that's what you said?
That's not exactly what I said.
I said a whole bunch more.
Right.
And that was funny with Dave Chappelle, but I knew he was in there, but I was like, you just kind of wish they exploited him a little bit more or had him do a little bit more open role of funniness, because that would have made it.
I don't think that this romantic comedy was going for that.
Right.
Because I think this is more a comedy in the traditional sense where it has a happy ending.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you just put a couple more funny lines with Dave Chappelle, where it's the comedic sidekick, which would have been good. Because that's what they were aiming for with him.
So what I thought the funniest part is when he's scraping the caviar off of the plate, and she's like, "It's a garnish," and then they bring it back just a couple minutes later. He's like, "Hey, whatever her name was, Patricia. Have you ever had a caviar garnish?" I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
We need to watch the movies together. That is hilarious to hear the other takes. I love it.
The funniest part for me, I don't know what the funniest part. I really did like Steve Zahn. He was pretty good, and all the supporting characters were really funny. Funny enough because they didn't want to steal the spotlight from Tom and Meg.
Another funny part is when he's sitting there and his stepmom comes and sits next to him and puts her hand on his leg, and he's like, "What?"
Signals to the nanny.
And then she runs away with the nanny.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh she did run away with
Yeah,
that nanny.
she did. Yeah.
Because I was trying to think. I'm like, wait, who did she run away with? Because, when he got kicked out of the apartment, the dad, they started talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
The dad had ran away with his nanny once, and ran away with his nanny twice.
Yeah.
2 different nannies.
And then she ran away with
The nanny.
The nanny. Poetic justice right there.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, it was.
And then we're an American family.
She's my aunt, and I'm his brother.
Yeah.
F-O-X.
Can you spell cat? F-O-X.
I put down a little what spoke to me about the movie. The little shop in the corner, I love the romantic small feeling in a large town. I know that there was a David and Goliath feel to the movie, and you wanted to see her shop survive. I love Frank's drive to make a change with his writing.
Yeah.
The purity of Kathleen and her mother. Like, I mean, she's not even seen, but that
Well, flashbacks.
yeah, the flashback, yeah. It's great to see Joe Fox of this multi-million-dollar company actually has a heart, even though he knows who she is and meets her at the restaurant. Like, I like that part where he's like, okay, I like her, but like he can't. You're right. He couldn't reveal himself yet, really, to her, right?
And one thing that I really liked was zingers. The thing about zingers where she's like, oh, have you ever seen somebody and you just wanted to say something, bringing the worst out of you, and you just want to say something, but now she's like, you can't think, and so her mind's blank, and he's like, yeah, I would love to give you that. I have that. I can give you that. And then he's like, but inevitably, when you say it at the right time and the right moment, regret comes in, and it's just. I think that is a great thing to know and to realize is you have to be calm, you have to be patient, and a lot of times when we have our logic, when our emotions are super high, our logic is like super low, and so we're always going to say something stupid. And one thing that I've tried to learn to do in the last like 3 or 4 years is learn how not to apologize. Not that I don't want to apologize, but not say something stupid enough that I have to say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I said that dumb thing. I said it. You know, that, like, I'm okay with apologizing, but I just want to learn how to stop that apology before where it's like, I could do better than, like, doing a zinger or saying something inappropriate, saying something rude, that sort of thing. You're like, okay, cool. Just kind of leave the moment and leave the emotion off to the side, that sort of stuff. So I really like that about it. And
That's good.
the one thing I don't get with the whole Godfather thing is, like, I know that everybody, like, a lot of guys have watched The Godfather. I understand that, but it was like, that was like a big thing where everybody, you're supposed to know everything about The Godfather.
It isn't
like,
personal. It's business.
Take him to the
Monday,
mattresses.
Thursday, Tuesday, Friday. Yeah, I've never seen it. And,
I've never seen it either.
I've seen it, and I still don't get it. It's
Yeah.
like, I get it. I get it, but I don't get it. It's like, why is this so big? Doesn't make sense to me, but whatever.
Did you get a favorite part?
I told you a few.
Okay. Favorite part? I want to tell you my favorite part.
Okay.
Don't cry, shop girl. Every time at the end, I cry, shop girl. I'm like, oh, yay.
That's a good one.
I hoped it was you.
Yep. I hoped it was him too. And that's funny too when they're talking about in the little shop, they're saying, well, who, it could be anybody. It could be the next person that walks in the door, and George walks in the door.
It could be George. George, are you online? No. That's another form of rejection from women. It's like, yes, I know what you're talking about.
That's a good one.
I think one of my favorite parts is, like, when it's the sequence of them being friends, of learning to be friends, and then they're just joking around. Like, Oh, so NYC 152, 152 reasons this, 152 reasons this. And she's like, 152, that's his address. And she's like, no, he's not dumb enough to do that or something. And he's like, it's his address. So to me, that was kind of funny. And like, I like that because like gaining friends and being friends with somebody is always.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just don't know how you become friends and how it works, and it's just multi-tiered and all that stuff. So it was a really good movie. I thought it was a really good movie. Would you recommend it or no, Jake?
It's a good watch. I don't feel like I need to watch it more than once.
Every year, or
this is like a decade movie.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
This was the first DVD I ever bought when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I have the original. The one that you were borrowing is bought from 1999 or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've watched it probably every year. I love it.
So at least
it's a yearly movie for me.
Like a once a year movie.
Oh yeah.
I would probably give you once a year, like once a year, just like when you feel, okay, I just want to watch You've Got Mail. Let's watch it.
I just want to watch You've Got Mail.
Yeah. So we would recommend it. 2 out of 3 would recommend it. Jake would kind of recommend it every decade.
2.5. 2.5.
2.5 out of 4 stars or 5 stars.
No, it's 4 stars.
4 stars. 2.5. So that's pretty good for Jake. Okay, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed what we talked about. Please rate, subscribe, and leave a comment. And
please talk to us.
Yes. So have a great day, and thank you. Bye.